Hello folks. Well, might get in trouble for doing this video. Cindy kind of didn't want people to know much, but yesterday's video was actually, what was it, January 3rd, because on the 4th we had to go to Missoula and spend the night with some friends, and then on the 5th she ended up with surgery. Get in there. And it's kind of a long story here. She's been having troubles for some time now. Back in August, I got a turkey on the wrong side of the fence. Doggone her. I guess I have to go get her. Anyway, back in August, she was having shortage of breath and dizziness and chest pain, and she's had high blood pressure for a lot of years, and her heart specialist thought she was pretty prime candidate for a heart attack. They said that they did a bunch of tests. They told us that she had a 50% blockage in her main artery going to her heart, and ended up, they went in there. She had basically heart surgery that turned out she didn't need, because they went in there to put a stent in, put a camera in first, and there's no blockage. The MRI or whatever it was that she did, CAT scan maybe, I don't remember now, she's had so many tests, but it showed there was some calcium buildup on her pancreas, which we wanted them to look at. Come on, turkey, get in there. We wanted them to look at, but they kept telling us that there was nothing there to worry about, that wouldn't be causing their symptoms. So we ended up finally insisting that they take a closer look at that, and they found a grapefruit-sized mass that was in her innards. It was pretty darn scary. They told us that because of the size of it, it was pretty likely to be cancer. They did a bunch of blood tests, and the blood tests come back showing that she didn't have cancer, which was a huge relief. But they also told us that they really wouldn't know. Hard to do this one-handed. They really wouldn't know until they got in there to find out for sure. So on the 5th, she had surgery, and they removed that thing. Turned out it was not cancer, so that was a huge relief. But she's pretty sore. And like I said, the more important things than trapping, she's going to need some help for a while. And so that's why I pulled my traps out. Had nothing to do whatsoever with not catching much or anything like that. But that's what's going on. She's probably going to be mad at me when she finds out that I'm telling everybody. But anyway, that's what's going on. It's been a really rough 2022 all year, really. Even when we went out to see Miss Kitty and the Idaho Hillbilly there. That was in October. Went to see my mom. That was after her heart thing, and she was feeling crappy and really didn't know what to do about it. There was nothing that was showing up. The doctor said no idea. Come on, turkey, get in there. The doctor said no idea what was going on. Okay, these guys, get in there. They're starting to irritate me. Cindy usually does this. She's better at it than I am. Anyway, there was nothing that was showing up. And no reason for her problems. It turned out that this was most likely the deal. Can't get that latched. So, here for a while, I'm going to be kind of tied up helping her out until she heals up enough to get around and do things on her own. She is a workaholic, and man, I have a hard time getting her to sit still. The doctors say that she has to get up and move around some to keep from having blood clots and whatnot, but she overdoes things. She doesn't just sit around. She's very, very active, which is good, but she's got to take it easy for a little while too. All this snow and ice we got everywhere, that's not such a good thing right now. One of the scariest things when she was coming out of the drugs after she was back in her room, she has a low heartbeat anyway. And normal people, regular people, your normal heartbeat is between 75 and 100 beats per minute when you're just moving around and not doing much. It should be somewhere around 60 when you're resting. Hers generally runs about 40, 45, so it's slow, which the doctors say isn't really a bad thing. It's just the way she is, and that her heart is pretty efficient because her blood oxygen level is still 95%. It's good. So anyhow, so I'm sitting there. She's still not really awake. She's pretty groggy from the drugs they gave her. Just got out of surgery. I'm sitting there in the room. They got her hooked to a bunch of monitors, and the alarm starts going off. And I look up, and her heartbeat is going from 44 to 40 to 35 to 30 to 29, all the way down to 26. Scared the crap out of me. And I grabbed her feet and shook them, and she woke up, and she was mad at me for waking her up, but it jumped her heartbeat back up to 35, and it's just still really low. And nobody came in. The doctors and things didn't show up, and it was, I mean, it was pretty darn scary. I thought she was dying on me right then and there, and it kept doing it. I mean, it kept dropping way low. 26 was the lowest. Most of it was down like 29, but that's still way low. And the next morning, after everything leveled off, it was actually pretty good for her. It was going about 55, 60 beats per minute, which for her, that's pretty fast. And the doctors, before we left, they said that they were watching her monitors in the other room too, and they were getting pretty worried also. So anyway, these kind of things are not fun. It's been a long year. Back in August, she was due to have the heart surgery on August 8th, which is also her birthday. Well, we both come down with the zombie virus. I call it that because YouTube censors the pandemic virus. Then we ended up, it was rescheduled during the fair, and that caused problems, and then that didn't work out for the doctor, and ended up not doing it till the end of August, and then they get in there after a month of worrying about it, and they find out there's no blockage. I mean, she went through the surgery, and it turned out she didn't probably need it, which was great news, but, you know, what was the problem? Well, now we found the problem, so hopefully she's on the mend, and hopefully all this will be better for 2023, so I'm keeping my fingers as crossed as I can that this year will be a better year. We'll see. I told her if she couldn't behave herself and wouldn't rest up. I had a chain and a padlock. I'm going to chain her up. Well, this is how that went. So Cindy's doing good. Got a puzzle and stuff. I might be in trouble when she's able to run. What?
You're in trouble now.
I'm in trouble now? I might be in trouble when she gets loose. So, that's where we're at. Fun stuff, but at least she's okay. That's a huge relief. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. I'll be doing some leather work and doing indoor stuff that I probably should be doing anyway. So, see ya.